It all started with a kiss, a simple pressing of the lips that forced them into a frenzy, forming the formation of an eclipse. An apocalypse of emotion emoting from their hearts and minds, spiraling fall deeper into delusion for the sake of humankind. They've been confined into a corner, pressured to copulate, defined by meager successes in family in order to accommodate for the lack of substance that resides within their heart and soul. To create the life of optical illusion is their goal. Futures foretold, just as in the days of old, predetermined, premeditated, predicted, and pre-told. Retract in horror, watch it manifold. Regret and sorrow for their tomorrow. So it goes. She drew him closer with a kiss. But he was dismissed. She drew him closer with a kiss. But he was dismissed. As the years go by, they are forced to ask the question why. There is so much more to life than pain, debt, distress. We slowly die. We breathe a sigh of relief, rolling up our sleeves, dig that deep ditch. Slit your wrists, submit to the somber side. Your squandered pride, along with a spouse unsatisfied, leaves you with that gut-wrench feeling, kneeling to be sanctified. Double homicide, while your eyes are wide awake at night, wondering about the what-ifs and whatnot. Dark thoughts follow you no matter where you go. Inside you in silence and sickness and blindness, so feeble and spineless. Lifetime of compliance in this pseudoscience. Unrighteous excitements that lead us and feed us. Egregious agreements appease a white Jesus. Facetious, fictitious. Paddling upstream with no wishes. Speaking incantation to the gods. All that you are is all you want.
www.OGHuskyRadio.com.
Are we allowed to drink on the air?
Of course.
Okay.
I don't know, should we say the other question that was asked earlier? I think the other question was better. Can we do drugs? Broadcasting live from east of the river. At Nick Drastic holding down the tables. Special guest DJ this week. At Nick Drastic, east of the river. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Who we got here?
Hi, my name is Orchid. I hail from East Los Angeles, California.
And what was that track you performed? What was the name of that?
That was Kiss of Death.
All you are is all you want?
All that you are is all you want.
What does that mean?
And
if they don't know, that was in the one of the many verses she just dropped right now. What does that mean?
All that you are is all you want is people, you know, I mean, it's been this way for quite some time, but especially now more than ever, everyone is very overly obsessive with material, whether it be clothing or, you know, stature, things like that, things of that nature. So whatever image that you portray, that's what you're content with. That's what you're satisfied with.
Are you materialistic?
Not at all.
No?
Not at all. No.
How do you avoid it?
I mean, there is no way. There really is no way to avoid it unless you become a hermit and decide to live like in somewhere secluded, you know, away from everything.
So that's the only answer. That's what we all have to do.
But it's, you know, it's not feasible. Like it's unrealistic for a good majority of us, you know. Yeah.
How long you been rapping for?
15 years.
15 years.
Yes.
How many albums you got in those 15 years?
0.
Well, okay, 15 years of rapping.
Okay.
And then we go on the SoundCloud, Orchid Los Angeles, 3 words, Orchid Los Angeles, and there's 15 songs. So what are we dropping? Instead of like an album a year, it's a song a year, or?
To be quite honest, like, I don't know if it's, I don't think I'm alone in this, but I am my own worst critic. And I don't want to be, someone that puts something out for the sake of putting it out every year or for the sake of, staying relevant. I personally, I need to feel confident and sure that this is what I want. It's almost like a, it's a big decision. It really is.
Is music too personal for you? Like, break it down. Like outside people that don't have an understanding of that. Explain to them what that means.
It's, first of all, it's my outlet. Like, I came from a very abusive household, very, very abusive, very religious, and everything was very contradictory for me, because on the one hand, love thy neighbor, but also on the other, spare the rod, so I was very conflicted.
But isn't that life? Isn't life both sides?
Yes, yeah, and we need that, but I sought out writing and music, like, as a way to escape, So then, as a rapper, is there a target demographic? Is there people you're writing for, or like who do you want to relate to? Is it about like gaining fans? I guess would be because it's so personal for you on some real shit. Honestly, no. It's more so it's therapeutic for me, and I also, of course, I take into consideration, like, in the back of my mind, I think about people that can relate to my situation, and but ultimately I write so that I don't go insane.
And also, though, you did take a hiatus.
Yes.
Why? What would happen?
I was just over it. I was over everything.
Over it.
I was over it.
Over what? Over what?
I was, I was over going to, every show, seeing the same people, rapping for the same people, doing the same thing over and over.
How long did it take you to, like, realize that, like, that, damn, this is the same people? Was it like years, maybe?
Yes, it was years. It was years.
How many years?
I would say,
that's great.
Maybe, let's see, like 5-6 years.
5-6 years?
Yeah. And my subconscious was already aware, like, this is on some bullshit.
But you weren't open to see it.
Yeah, and then part of me was like, well, give it another year, give it another few months, it's like that bad boyfriend, it's like, you wanna,
This next show, although I've been here 10 times, the 11th time is gonna be sold out.
Right, exactly. Yeah, just wishful thinking, like, hopeful and all that, but
okay.
they're just.
but then you came back, so what are you doing different now?
Now I'm doing it for me. Now it's all about, like, what makes me happy as a writer. Like, I'm not trying to write to pander to anybody. This is me.
Do you see I don't want to say commercial success, but like financial success from doing that? Hopefully, like, everyone else will catch on to what you're doing, or you get what I'm saying? Like, because it is music.
Yeah, no, I do. And I do realize, like, I have to apply myself, but it's, it's that conflict within the artist. It's like the one part of you just wants to do it because it helps you, and then there's the other side that's like, well, you can't just think about yourself. There are other people that need to hear this and that want to hear it. So that's that struggle that I deal with.
Would your sound be more personal than dark? I mean, because it might be explained dark or underground because it's so personal. But wouldn't it be more personal than dark or underground?
I think it's a little bit of both, because naturally I'm very, like, I don't know. Naturally, I'm like a dark person.
So then that comes through no matter what when you're writing.
Yeah, regardless.
What about content? Is it all just the I'm sure there was some good parts, you know what I mean, throughout life. What are you rapping about?
Yeah, I mean, I have like there's various songs. Like I try and make sure that I do something different with each song. That I'm not just rapping like the same bullshit, you know. So yeah, I do have songs that are like more uplifting. I have songs that are very depressing. I have songs that are more conscious. Like
let's get into the conscience side of it. The word con is in the word conscience.
Mm-hmm.
So what makes it conscience then?
I mean, I think like naturally, as an artist, you have to be aware of your surroundings, be aware of what's going on.
So what's going on? What is something that we need to be aware of?
Well, I mean, the writing's on the wall. I don't need to tell you. Like, if you have...
Are you talking about ABEC? We just interviewed ABEC. Are you talking about ABEC? Because the writing's on the wall. No? Nah, just
You know, but like, you know that figure of speech, like, I don't even have to say it. You can feel it. You can see it when you walk along the street, and it's evident. It's evident.
But is that more like a conscious thing than it is political? Like a spiritual thing?
Yes, I would say so. Yeah.
So are you political at all then? Yourself personally?
No, not anymore. Like,
not anymore.
I've been there, done that. You know, like, and.
Okay, since you've been there, done that, what someone that's for like getting woke right now, what can you tell them like that they could skip like 5-6 years of?
Oh,
you know what I mean?
You know, just from my own personal experience, you know, they feed off the negative energy. They feed off you getting angry. They want you to be angry because you destroy yourselves. You destroy yourselves, and you know, I had to learn. It took me a few years, but I eventually learned, and now I know.
And this is Bubs saying it, but I think the revolution is more reactionary than revolutionary.
Yes.
And that's all I'm gonna say. So if you're only reacting to what's being fed to you off the media and all that, then it's a reaction. It's not a revolution.
Right. Exactly.
So that's me. I don't want to get nobody else in trouble. And shit. Like fuck him. He ain't down with the causa and all that good shit. You know
I
what
agree.
I mean?
And believe me, like, you know, I've witnessed it, and it's like, no good can come of it. Like, your family needs you at home, and you know, you're not gonna help anybody.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say it right now. We don't need more people throwing Molotov cocktails. We need more lawyers for the people that are throwing Molotov cocktails, so we could get them off and shit.
For real.
Because go to any courtroom, that's a motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Any shout outs on that? Well, actually, you know what? Give them the links. Where can we find your music, Instagram, all that good stuff?
Okay. You can find the music on SoundCloud. ORCHID Los Angeles. Three words. ORCHID. ORCHID. Los Angeles. You can also find me on Instagram, ORCHID Raps, all one word. Yeah, that's,
it's not that easy though. We got one more track we're about to drop though, right? We're gonna perform another one live.
Oh yeah, okay.
Once again, DJ Drastic, East of the River, at Nick Drastic, NickDrastic. Nick Drastic in the spot, holding down the turntables. Low key Top Rank got fired on his day off. He was stealing records. Don't say shit. He didn't even hear me. He's right there too. Go ahead and drop that song. Let's do this.
Promise to love me, place no one else above me. Hold me tightly, kiss me nightly, caress and hug me. My heart is crumbling. I think of you when I become possessed. I am obsessed. Promise to love me, place no one else above me. Hold me tightly, kiss me nightly, caress and hug me. My heart is crumbling. I think of you when I become possessed. I am obsessed. She was a small girl From a big town, oversaturated population of dim-witted souls kept her held down. She had desires, she had longed to break free, untie the shackles that bind, uplift her heavy heart, and just flee.